strong tonight.
Yay, we're still standing strong tonight. Can you hear me now without these stupid headphones? Because we're going to be, this is a case, guys. You don't know how long I had to wait for the FOIA stuff on this case, but trust me, it was worth the wait. This beautiful girl here was murdered by this woman here. They both worked in this Tangles Hair Salon in Florida. Have any of you heard of this case? Let me know. Hold on, let me get back to the chat because I had to go to the music and now I can't. I want to make sure you can hear me before I go on and on and on and on, like I've been known to do. Let me see. Here we go. Can you hear me? Oh, you're welcome. Okay. So let's talk about this. She was a mom, the woman that was killed, and it's a horrible story, but it's a story that is so convoluted because this hairdresser over here used a fake name. So she was working in the salon under a fake name. Okay, so nobody knew her real name. She used wigs, she used this. It's just crazy. And if I could tell you, if I can show you, let me see if I can show you this file that I have on this case. It's just nuts. Let me see here. I have jail calls. I have interviews, video interviews. I have so much stuff on this, phone calls, the receipts, all of this camera footage for when this lady is trying to dump bodies, go in Lowe's, get stuff. It's crazy, okay? It's just an absolutely crazy case. The point is, where do we start this case? There's a car wash that's involved. There's a Planet Fitness that's involved. There's so many interviews, so many Google search, like it's just crazy. So let's see. I'm wondering, I think it's best if we get the, there's so much stuff. I still have like the main site that I'm downloading stuff from. It's just crazy, but let me get her evidence stuff because I just want to make sure that they're not showing anything. There was blood. I'll show you just really briefly. Let me open this. I'll open. Okay. In the salon, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay. There was blood. You see here in the salon? Blood. Blood. I think over here in the sink they found, yep, see? Blood. And I think it's around this picture here, right? Oh, there it is, right on there. Right there. And then on the walls here. And then I guess on these cleaning brushes that she was using here to clean up after this. Right there. Okay, so let me get to Kimberly's invoice discovery doc. Let me see what this one is first. Discovery documents. All right, let's take a look at this first. Okay, this is a crime scene unit, in-house processing. All right, so let's take a look. They came to confirm the presence of blood on the chair. That's amazing, because that was the picture I just showed you, right? The chair that was next to the reception desk at the Tangles Hair Salon. That returned a negative for blood. Okay, maybe that's not the right chair, at the swab. That it said on August 22nd, 2018, the chair was visually inspected again inside the evidence and property locker room with evidence custodian Megan Clardy present. Then it says 3 areas of a reddish-brown stain were noted on the left arm of the chair. Maybe it is the same chair. They were photographed and preserved, and those tests were positive for the presumption of blood. Then it says, okay, Joleen Cummings, that's that pretty blonde girl in the thumbnail, was reported as a missing person on 5/14/2018 after she failed to meet and pick up her boys on 5/13. Now, that was Mother's Day, I believe, okay? It was reported that she left work Saturday, the night before, at the Tangles Hair Salon, right? Around 1700 hours at the Tangles Hair Salon in Yulee, Florida. The location Ms. Cummings was last seen is a hair salon with a reception area, 6 hair cutting stations, 3 hair drying stations, 2 hair washing stations, 1 waxing area in the back of the salon, in the same area where there's a break room, a bathroom, and storage cabinet. So here's the narrative. 5/14 of 2018. Okay. Joleen was reported missing after not picking up her kids from the father on Sunday. Detective Harrington contacted me to respond to 37078 Chapel Road in Hillard, Florida, to photograph the residence and to look for any clues. Now, Jason Cummings came to the station to be interviewed. So you want to let's listen to his interview first. If we do it this way, I think it'll be good, right? So let me grab his interview. So this is her, I guess their ex, Mr. Cummings gave consent to photograph and search his vehicle. Of course, they're going to look at her husband or ex-husband first, right? So let me pull up his video. Jason Cummings, right here. Can everyone hear? Let me know everyone can hear. Do you know this case, Margaret? Can you guys all hear that door slamming and everything? What's hugging Jen? Jen's going to bed? You seem to recall the case? Okay, good. Let me forward this a little bit here until we get somebody in this room. Okay.
That way.
So I just want to say something for the guys that they're following the Nancy Guthrie case for the first time. It would be really helpful if you guys would check out how these cases go through, because you'd get a full background of how the whole process works. Just saying.
I'm going to turn this phone on silent so it's not, it tends to ring a lot that way in the middle of our conversation. It's not. I appreciate that. My phone's going to ring in.
I believe he's an ex, Terry. I'm not sure if they're fully divorced, but I know she was picking up the kids from the father, so yeah, we'll find out. He is the father of the children.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll be right back. I knew that phone was going to go off. I said, you need to go to the restroom, anything to drink? You good? All right, thanks. I'll be right back. If this door is unlocked, you're not in custody. I'm just shutting it for privacy reasons. You can get up and open this door anytime you want, okay? Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna, let's see. See how long he's gonna be.
Very turns, be a little bigger.
He's talking to himself. So right now, without knowing anything, you could say, oh, some people might say, oh, he's guilty, right? He's not showing this or showing that. It's just, hi, Sandra. Let me move him forward a little bit, okay? Do I have closed captions? They'll probably show up after the, why you can't hear this, Scooter? Let me see. The volume is all the way. He is not really talking yet, though. Let me check. My system volume is all the way. I think on a live, the captions come after. Wow, they left him in here a long time, huh? Well, he's not saying anything yet. I'm just fast forwarding. He looks distressed, okay? He's just, now he's looking at his phone. I'll tell you what he's doing, Scooter, while there's no sound. He's looking through his phone.
First of all, I appreciate you coming in.
Now let me go back. It's pretty loud, Scooter. It's loud.
I apologize. I was probably going to get a call. It's just, I'm glad you showed up early, but I had a couple of things I need to take care of. First of all, I appreciate you coming in. Like I said, this is what I call a non-custodial interview because you're not in custody. You're here on your own free will. I called you yesterday, you agreed to come in. I appreciate you doing that. I'm here because Jolene's missing. Okay, she hadn't been seen since she left work on Saturday. My hope is that she is going to turn up. I have no evidence right now that it's foul play. I have no evidence that it's not foul play, but it's concerning to me.
Do they know where the boyfriend is?
Well, we'll get into that. But because I don't know right now whether foul play is involved, okay? I do want to read your rights. I want you to understand those rights, okay? A lot of times people, when they hear their rights, they go, oh my gosh, I'm under arrest. You are not under arrest. Like I said, you're free to leave anytime. You're here voluntarily.
I want to know.
But because I don't know at this point,
I've seen the movies, man.
Okay, all right.
I've seen it.
Well, you're a strange husband, so you're absolutely somebody I want to talk to, okay?
Right.
I just want you to understand that, I want to know you understand your rights, okay? Let me do this. I've got 3 questions I want to ask you before I read this to you, all right? Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol? Okay. Can you read and write the English language?
Sure.
Okay. How many grades of school did you complete?
12 plus 2 years in college.
Okay, all right. Let me read these to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to make a statement or say anything. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to a lawyer and have a lawyer present with you during any questioning. And if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost for any questions you wish. Then you can decide any time to exercise these rights and not answer questions. In other words, if we get to talking at some point in time you don't want to talk to me anymore, you can say, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay?
If you're just joining us, this is Jason Cummings. His wife, Joleen, has been reported missing. She was last seen at the hair salon, Tangles Hair Salon in Florida, Yulee, Florida, where she worked. She did not make it to pick up the boys from their father, and she was reported missing. As usual, they're looking right to the people closest to her. So this is her estranged husband. He's in a non-custodial interview, and that's what we're watching right now. This happened in May of 2018.
And You understand what that is?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the date and time on here. I'm gonna get you the initial these and sign down here at the bottom that you understand, okay? So you didn't get much sleep last night?
She is my ex-wife. I love her. I mean, she's my kid's mom.
He just said it's his ex-wife. He loves her. She's a good woman.
If you would, these are what I just read to you, and these are the 3 questions that I asked you. If you would initial these, and if you would mark the appropriate answer on each one of those and initial those as well, I'd appreciate it.
So he read him his Miranda rights.
Is JC?
Yes, sir, that'll be fine.
This was May of 2018, right after she was reported missing. May 15th, right up here, May 15th.
You can just put 14 if
2018.
you want, if you finish 14 years of school. And if you can sign it right here and then print your name, I'd appreciate it. So,
We got chicken scraps.
I do too. I'm gonna sign it,
This actually happened a few months before Shanann Watts went missing, because this is May and she went missing in August, remember? So this would be in the same time frame.
date is May 15th, 2018. The time is approximately 8:55 a.m.
Where's the recorder at?
This is, it's all got cameras recorded, all built in here.
Fancy. I figured insurance would be a lot better.
We just got this new sheriff's office, and I'll tell you what, it is, well, I say we just got it in the last couple of years, and it is night and day better than the conditions we were working out of before. So,
They have very good lighting and sound.
all right, can you just kind of start from the beginning as far as, when's the last time that you saw Joleen?
It wasn't this past Sunday, it was the Sunday prior.
Okay.
6 or so.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock, about 6:05 actually.
Okay.
At Winn-Dixie, I dropped the kids off.
Okay, explain to me, that's when you saw her, you were at Winn-Dixie. Is that a normal routine? Do you guys, what's the custody schedule?
I pick them up from the babysitters Friday afternoon,
Okay.
and I keep them till 6 o'clock Sunday.
Who's the babysitter?
Tanya, I don't know her last name.
Okay, and where do you pick them up at?
At the ball field there.
Okay, so she meets you at the ball field, here your time he does?
Yes.
Okay, and then you get the kids, and whenever you do the exchange with Joleen, that's usually on,
Sunday.
and that's, at what time?
6.
Okay, and that's always at the same place there at Winn-Dixie?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you talk to her in between those times or anything?
No, sometimes we'll talk, she'll have questions about the kids, I don't know, but I haven't talked to her through the week in a couple of weeks actually. We got in an argument about, she wanted me to drop the kids off at her mom's one evening. And I said, Joanna, we're on you. I said, it's actually against, when Judge Foster put this injunction on, she's supposed to meet with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to take them nowhere else. And I just told her, you're breaking your own friend orders. So, and she kind of got mad. I got a text message, if you want to see him, print them out, whatever. But, I mean, other than that, I didn't know nothing was wrong. I mean, she's angry most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also happy at us. She's the type of woman that wouldn't let you know. You could see it on her face, but she wouldn't tell you what was bothering her.
Okay. How long has this injunction been in place? I haven't read the terms of it. I haven't got a copy of it yet, but
May 7th of last
And what does it stipulate? Does it just stipulate no violent contact or no contact?
Right, no violent contact.
Okay.
It was from the beginning, and this is why I'm here, because I have nothing to hide. I'm pretty much not on the road, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I went to school, went to college to be a cop.
Okay.
But I found when I left last January 2017, like that February, I found out that she was hanging out with the wrong crowd. And I think his name is Clayton Cobb, DJ Cobb.
Okay.
And I kind of sent her some text messages, just not threatening.
Right.
But I was like, look, you need to get it together. You need to stop being a junkie. You got kids raised. And if you look up my injunction, she used them text, the same exact words. She used them text messages to put an injunction on me. Just lost her David to her. And all I was doing was just trying to tell her, hey, tighten up. You know, this right here is the reason why I left her, because she would disappear for a few days. And hopefully she's just taken the drug and she wants to go on a walkabout.
Now you use the word junkie and you're talking about drugs. What are you saying that she has some kind of drug habit?
I don't know per se that she does.
Okay.
But I know the crowd she.
Okay, now I want to just say something, okay? So let's just say we don't know anything else. If people were just looking at this, you see, this is what I mean. Sometimes you might say, oh, wait a minute, this guy, he's got an injunction, a restraining order against him. Now he's saying he called her a junkie, but then when the cop questioned him, he doesn't really know that she's taking drugs, but that she's hanging with the wrong crowd. And then, 2 minutes before that, he says the reason he left her is she would go away for a couple of days. Maybe she just took a drug and needs a walkabout. So there may be people that would be skeptical, right? Oh, I think he did it, right? So it just shows you, this is what I mean. Like it just, you can understand that sometimes things look a certain way, but they're not.
Hang out with, just known for being idiots.
So when you guys were together, or even when it first started, when she's hanging out with the wrong crowd, started hanging out with the wrong crowd, were you aware of any drug use or anything like that at that time?
No, when she got out of jail, 2016 September for DUI, she did 9 days.
Okay.
She got out about a month after she got out is when she started doing her little Houdini acts. And I thought she was just seeing somebody else. I didn't think her drugs, because when she did come home, she would play with the kids. Me and her was getting kind of distant. Mm-hmm. And I'll just let her get whatever out of her system, but it got worse.
And how did you find out that she's hanging out with that crowd?
This dude Clayton Dobbs,
mm-hmm.
He got a hold of me on Facebook and told me, because they were dating at it. They were dating at the time.
And that was back last year.
Right.
Okay. You still have the same Facebook account?
Sure.
Okay. And what was your response to that? Did you approach her about that? What did you?
Well, I sent her a text and I said, look, your boyfriend texted me and told me that you've been going out, hanging out, and you just need to tighten up. Okay. I wouldn't threaten a woman. My dad would kick my ass up all up and down this earth. And that's my kid's mom, to be honest with you. I mean, you've heard all the bullshit before, but I'm telling you right now, I'm probably a man sitting in front of you that you've never seen before, because what I do take seriously is my family.
I've been doing this for 21 years, and I've seen all kinds of people sitting across the table from me, and but what I really want to get into is, obviously you are a person of interest. Anytime that somebody goes missing,
I understand that.
You understand.
That's
You went to school to be a police officer. I mean, it's like, you understand that, that's one, and I don't want you to think that we're zeroed in on you. I don't want you to think that anybody's pointing fingers at you, but obviously you're somebody I want to talk to. So, let's get into as far as like on Saturday, where were you out on Saturday? Is there somewhere you were at, somebody you were with that we can go back and verify where you were at, and because if we can put you somewhere, that helps us go a long way. So, okay, we looked at the ex-husband,
Yeah, sure.
So kind of go through the whole weekend with me from the time that you, let's start, hey, let's go back to when you picked up the kids last week and just kind of explain to me, tell me about your job schedule, tell me where you go, and then specifically, once we get up to like Saturday, because we know that she was at work on Saturday. Let's once we get to that point, let's get specific, and maybe there's some places we can show that you were at.
I worked from 7 to 3:30.
Okay.
I'm doing a plumbing in elementary school in Argyle.
Okay.
And Friday, I got off work. I dropped my work truck off at my buddy's.
So you work Monday through Friday normally?
Yes.
Okay.
Dropped the truck off. Went and picked the kids up at the ball field around 5:45, 6 o'clock. That's what time I usually pick them up.
Okay. Which ball field?
The Hilliard ball field.
Okay. Okay. What's the name of the plumbing company you work for?
Gary Rogers Plumbing.
Gary Rogers. And where's that at?
It's off of Florida Mining Drive. It's on the south side.
Okay.
It's called Florida Mining. I can get more details on it if you need.
Okay. I'm sure I can find
I don't hardly ever go to the shop.
Right, and that's normal that you would go straight to a job site. Is there somebody, do you log in or clock in, or you just go and meet with your foreman? Or
Well, I ride to work with my foreman.
Okay, okay.
I meet him at his house.
Okay, and remind me, you have the name and number on your phone?
My foreman?
Yeah, and I'm not going to contact him right now, but if I need to follow up and say, hey, was he at work with you? Did he ride with you to work Monday through Friday? I'll have that information.
No. You're going to get his number and all that because at Sunday, his 10-year-old daughter plays with my kids, and I was over at his house all day Sunday.
Okay.
Tell him to turn the kids out.
Okay, do you have his number? Can you give me his name and number?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy, right away he told him you're a person of interest, okay? Because they go to the immediate family, whether it's the husband or the estranged husband or the ex-husband, okay? He's a person of interest. They told him that. He said, you're probably not going to get most people sitting across to you like me. He said, I have all people sit across from me. This guy said he would never touch a woman. He would never hit a woman. His father would kick his butt all over the place if he ever did anything like that. Plus, she's the mother of his kids. And yada, yada, yada. So that's what, now he's being very forthcoming, giving, the numbers that he wants. So, yeah.
You said the name of the plumbing company again?
Gary Rogers Plumbing.
Gary Rogers Plumbing.
I can Google the address and phone number for you if you need it.
That's fine. If I can just get his name and number, I can. Excuse me. Yes, sir.
His name is Josh Heron.
Spell last name, I'm sorry.
You can't understand? Okay, I'll try to tell you.
Herod, okay. You have the number?
904-413-3662.
So, yeah, he's given the plumber's name now that his kid was playing with
362.
the daughter.
And you work Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir.
Driving him. Does he come pick you up?
No, I drive to his house. He don't have a license at the moment.
Okay.
Because he works truck.
And he works with him.
But he don't have a work truck at the moment, so I leave my work truck at his house. Because I live at Hilliard, that's an extra 15 minutes of ride and gas and all that.
Now, where does he live?
Sherman Drive. It's in Dornbush. I think it's Sherwood.
Sherwood Drive?
Sherwood Drive. I don't know the address, but like I said, you can call him. You got a problem with that.
Okay. So you work Monday through Friday. Do you live by yourself or who lives with you? I mean, obviously your kids are there with you most of the
I
time.
stay with my granny.
Okay.
My grandpa. When I moved out, I pretty much left Joey and everything. Started staying with my granny.
Okay.
He stays with his granny.
So what happened from, you work Monday through Friday, you rode to work with Josh every day. You get off at what time?
3:30.
3:30, okay. Let's go from Friday, whenever you got off work, to the rest of it, up until the point that you went to go meet her to exchange the kids.
I picked the kids up about 5:45, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
They went home, fed them, gave them a bath. We laid down and watched Tom and Jerry. That's a every night thing when I have them.
Tom and Jerry.
Your grandma was there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Woke up Saturday morning. Why ate we eat? One morning I went to McDonald's. So Saturday morning my granny cooked us waffles.
Okay.
And ate waffles, ate breakfast, sat down, relaxed for a little bit. When we went outside, they were really four-wheelers. And they had a little better, powerful four-wheelers. And got a hold of my buddy named Chris Hill, lives in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Me and him, I went over to his house, actually his girlfriend's house, for about 3 hours. And then we went to a Pecan Park flea market.
You guys get all that Friday, picked the kids up, brought them home, gave them a bath. They watched Tom and Jerry. The next morning, Granny made waffles. Then the kids went out on their battery-powered four-wheelers, and then they went to Chris Hill, which we have his interview too, and they were there for 3 hours. And they went to a flea market.
Yes. Where does Chris live?
I don't know that. He says he lives on the north side somewhere. It's a old buddy I used to work at Masonry right after with.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe I misunderstood. I'm not even. I thought you went to his house that day.
I did.
Okay. But did you drive down there?
It was his girlfriend's house. I don't know where he lives.
Okay. Where's his girlfriend's house?
On Main Street, Bird Road.
They're on Main Street?
Yes, sir. Actually, it's not a bad little neighborhood or a road.
I used to have a friend when I was real young that his mom lived down there, but I haven't been down there in 40 years, probably. 35. What's his girlfriend's name, do you know?
Maggie Dutton, Dutton.
Okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep, I just want to make sure that, I'm writing things down correctly.
If you got questions, don't be.
I'm going to ask about that question, and I can go back and listen, but, see, I don't want to get confused as we go along, so, okay, go ahead. So you went to Pecan Park Flea Market?
Pecan Park Flea Market, me and the kids, and
Hi, Louis.
Chris and his son walked around for about an hour.
Okay.
And I went home about the flea market.
Well, they're starting with him. He's a person of interest because he's her estranged husband. So they're starting there, Louis. It's a very interesting case. So just, follow along.
I want to say between 3 or 4.
So they went to a flea market.
And where did you go with that when you left there?
Straight to my granny's.
Then he went back to Granny's.
And my granny and Papa, they went to a graduation party, but they got back around 6:30.
Were they home when you got home?
No.
Okay. So your grandfather lives there as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Granny and Papa.
And they got home about 6, you said?
Yes, sir. 6:30. I can call them and you can call them, verify it.
Okay. What about after that?
Gave the kids a bath. We laid down for about 2 hours. I wasn't feeling good, as a matter of fact. I ate something at the Pecan. I ate something at the flea market, and it did something on my stomach. I'm sorry.
He ate something at the Pecan Park flea market, did something to his stomach.
Now, I remember Grandpa getting there because I locked the doors. I had no lock the door. Gave the kids a bath. Went to sleep.
Kids got another bath.
Granny didn't have no more, so I made waffles Sunday morning, so I went to McDonald's.
Which one? The one?
Yes, sir.
What time was that?
Let's see, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Did you You want to drive through or
Yes,
just?
sir.
Did you pay with cash, debit card, or what?
I always pay with a debit card.
Okay. Is that something we can get records of when you do?
Sure. I can give a call back right now and give it.
You said about what time? 7:30?
7:30, 8 o'clock. Okay, between 7 and 8. I didn't know I had to take time. I mean, I might be off a little bit. So.
I understand. No, I mean, I wouldn't remember, I couldn't tell you what time I exactly ate lunch yesterday either. I understand that. But you understand what I'm asking.
I know. Yes, sir.
Videotape, can confirm, say that's,
Whatever I can help.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so left McDonald's, went back home.
Okay.
Kids ate, we all ate. Granny and Papa, while they were getting ready for church, me and the kids went out there and they were really foolish, right on the yard. They left about 9 o'clock to go to church.
Okay.
And right after they left, I got the kids ready about 9:30, 9:45, and we went to Callahan, went to the store, and then we went to Josh's house, which is my father's house.
Okay. Which store did you go to? You had the kids with you when you went to the store?
Yes, sir.
Which store did you go to?
I went to the store, the one in Hilliard. There's this little juice store right before you get to Hilliard, right there, the road, the airport.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah, that little convenience store right there. Okay.
Right across the street from Dixie.
Yeah.
And then Josh calls me, says that he bought a new bullet pool for Maddie and wanted me to bring the kids over, and they played outside pretty much all day in the pool. Until I left Josh's house about 5 o'clock, 5:15 Sunday afternoon to drop the kids off. And Josh, his dad, his daughter Madison, they were all there with us.
Tell me what happened when you went to Wendy's to go do the child exchange.
Park where I usually park.
Where's that at?
Okay, so here's the wood boat, here's the parking lot. I usually park like out here.
Closer to the Wendy's?
Yeah, yes. Because sometimes my kids will like to get out and they like to run, and I don't want to move the heavy traffic and run. People don't pay attention.
Right.
So I wait there, and about 6:20, 6:25, I text Phil and said, "Look, you're late. I said, I'll wait here 20 minutes. So if you need me to drop the kids off at your mom's, let me know." Because usually if she's running late, she'll tell me, "Hey, can you please drop the kids off at mom's?" So blah, blah, blah. I'm running late. And I waited about another 10 minutes, then I went to her mom's house to see if she was over there, see what was going on. And that's when I found out they'd been trying to get a hold of her all day, and nobody's talked to her.
And I believe this was Mother's Day, okay? That she wasn't, even in touch with her mother. So something happened Saturday night. And he was waiting for her, got frustrated because she didn't text and back that if she was late. So he went to her mother's, and then he finds out her mother's looking for her too, hasn't heard from her all day.
She'll have that text where you text her on that Sunday?
Yes, sir.
He's doing.
More than welcome to go through that phone anytime.
And I do, you know, what I want to do is if you want to do it, is to get you to sign a consent and search form that I can go through this phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So he'll sign the
And when
consent
I say
form.
me, it's probably not going to be me personally. I'm going to get somebody else because I want to talk to you, but you know, I want to get somebody else that can, you know, to go through it. So, but it'll be somebody with insurance. There'll be another detective that does it. So.
I told you, I'm here to help.
So he's going to give them the consent to go through his phone, so they'll download everything.
You have a password for this phone?
Sure.
What is it?
2965. I mean, is that one of the evidence?
I don't necessarily need to put in evidence. If you'll let me just, I may have to, what I want to do is get somebody that can go through it. They can do just a quick download.
Okay.
And then, but I don't know if they're here right now this minute, so it might be something that, you know, I'm going to have to see if somebody's over there that can do it right now. And I don't have to seize your phone and put it in evidence.
Yeah, because that's probably him.
I get it. Let me go ahead and do this so that we get it out of the way, and I'll come back in and talk to you. That way, it'll speed up the process. I don't know if they're over there right now, but I can start getting somebody, if they're not there, that can get here to do that. But I need to get consent first. I didn't bring my reading glasses, so I have to kind of do this. What do you think happened to Joe?
Me personally, I hope that she's doing the drugs and don't want to be found, want to walk about, and now she's got all this attention on her. She's probably scared.
Is that your hope or is that your thought?
That's
What is
my hope.
Okay, what's your thought?
In this world, man, I very much I don't want to think nothing, even though, I mean, you don't think it's shit like this is going to happen. Can you please, I've been so cooperative, can you please tell me about this guy?
She has a guy she's been seeing, and we're looking into that. I'm trying to locate him for interview. I'm going to bring him in and interview him just like I am doing to you. It is an active investigation. I can't tell you too much about it, but we have identified a guy that she has been hanging out with and seeing. Do you know who she's been dating?
I just know his first name's Jason.
You don't know last name for him? You ever met him?
I've never met him.
I've got never texted him.
I've got text messages from other people saying he's bad news.
But you've never physically seen him?
I've never met him, never seen him.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having to try to read this, and I bring my reading glasses.
Now, this is just for my phone, or is it for anything, everything?
This is just strictly for this phone right here.
Okay. I mean, if you need to search anything, I got my car out here, the mall, I got my granny's house, just please be cooperative.
That'd be great. I would love to take a look at your car, just for the simple fact that, like I said, it may, anything we can get to help clear the air,
Like I said, that's why I called you.
Is that the one car you drive that no one can have access to?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what model or anything this is?
It's a Galaxy
56?
Yeah. S6, I think.
Oh, see, there you go, this is.
Like so many new phones these days, it's hard to keep track of them.
Do you ever open this up and take a battery?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna have them, when they start to look at this, I'll have them put a serial number here on it as well. Right now, I'm gonna put Samsung Galaxy S6 cell phone, and I'll have an answer no matter how I want to start taking it apart and looking.
So he asked him, can you tell me about this guy? He said there's a guy she's seeing. It sounds like he has the same name because they both have the name Jason. He said he's got to text the estranged husband that he's bad news, but he doesn't know anything about him. And the detective says, well, he's going to interview him the same way. I'm saying this for those of you that can't think he's mumbling or something.
Usually the serial number's underneath the battery, but I'll have somebody a little more trying to do that. Okay. This is a consent to search for computer, peripheral, audio, digital media devices. This is, it's a cell phone. We fit into this. It's basically a handheld computer nowadays, the way they work. But I want you to read this. It says that you, Jason Cummings, give me or other sworn law enforcement employed by Nassau County Sheriff's Office that I need you to examine your phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S6 cell phone. I need you to initial here, which says you have the right to refuse consent of the search. You don't have to let me do it. And to initial here. It says, if we do find any evidence in here, it can be used against you in court of law. Okay. And then sign it down here, and I'll put the location and time.
And he's also offered his car and his granny's house to search.
I can take your time, and I'll get them to add it.
My dad taught me how to do a weird signature because most people like to spell their names. And as soon as anybody takes your credit card, you can say that it ain't your name, your signature.
We get a lot of that.
Yeah. Some people look at me like, what is that?
I'm going to step out for a minute and find out about this cell phone. I'm going to get another consent to search form. I know it's a lot of stuff to sign, but we got to go through the proper procedures. There'll be a
So he's ready to give his car right over. Okay.
Search for your vehicle as well. But let me step out and get this rolling, and I'll come and get the other form for your car. Okay. You need to go to the restroom?
I just need to search the place.
Okay. All right. That door's not locked, so if you need something, just stick your head out and knock on the door. If you go out and use the restroom, though, you have to knock to get back in because this is a secured area.
I'm going to hear what he said.
Tired.
So tired. He said he didn't sleep.
What year is your vehicle?
2010.
And the make?
Toyota Venza.
DMZ, yeah? Yes.
Toyota Venza.
Located, I went to Nassau County Sheriff's on your phone.
I'm going to speed through this a little bit, okay? If you guys want me, I can load these up in their entirety for those of you that want to see every second, okay? So, he went to the, I think that might be, I'm going to see if that's it for him. They just have it. No, he's back, okay.
I know it's an active investigation, and I was just, I want to know a little bit more about his boyfriend. Me personally, you asked me what I think. I've lived with her. I was married to her. And I've seen this happen a dozen times.
What do you mean, see what happened?
She disappeared for a few days.
Okay.
It has been a few days, and I'm hoping she'll pop up any minute and say, hey, I'm here.
I hope so too. I hope we're spending a lot of time for no reason. You know, that is my hope.
But I don't know nothing
but
about-
if you don't start out from the start, treating it seriously, you know, you never get a second chance at evidence and stuff like that.
So they take about,
Now, did you hear what he just said? He said, I hope we're spinning our wheels for nothing. The detective said this, but he said, if you don't start out taking this seriously, you never get a second chance.
I'm going back to last year. When I found out about she's hanging out with these bad dudes, bad crowd, I even went to a probation officer and told him, look, she's hanging out. She shouldn't be doing this crap. Nothing happened.
She on probation for?
She was on probation for
DUI.
DUI.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's off now, but I mean, I try my best. I want her to get. She's the mother of my kids. She's gonna have my kids the majority of the time of the week. I don't want my kids around here. And here I am here through the media, through people saying that this dude just hit Joleen and this and that. There could be drugs in the house, and my kids there. That's my worst fear.
I understand that.
But, and I got my hopes hoping that it is drugs. I hope she's on drugs. I hope that she comes back and says, I need help. That's what I think.
That's a bad scenario, but it's not as bad as other scenarios, you know. Let me ask you, what is this on your right arm? Is that?
That's from burning copper. I'm a plumber.
Okay.
And when you're burning copper, solder. The salt we burn copper, solder. Now this, it takes 185 degrees to melt solder. I even got markings on it.
Okay. Can you hold out your arm something like that?
Yeah. That'll stick to this.
No, I was just making sure you didn't have claw marks or finger marks or anything like that. And it's up to you. I'm not trying to, we're in a recording ring. You're going to take your shirt off and stand up for me? Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Just make sure that you ain't got no claw marks or anything on you. You understand that?
That's the only thing I move out of the clothes. I'm here to help.
Okay. I couldn't find anybody to actually download your phone. They're not here right now.
Don't I come back?
But, you know, I looked, or had another detective that just looked through it. Is that something that, you know, if you want to come back, we need you later to download it? Okay. Because I don't want to hold on to your phone if I don't have to, because I know everybody needs their phone. I mean, that's
Especially
lifeline nowadays, especially if you're working.
This is the only communication I have. If I don't have it, I will never know about you. To be honest.
You have any other questions for me? I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about your boyfriend until this is over. And I know that's what you want to know, but
Can you please keep me updated?
I can't keep you updated. And you'll pick up your phone if I call you.
Anytime.
Okay. I appreciate you coming in. You know, I appreciate you letting me take a look at your phone and your vehicle. I appreciate your cooperation. I hope I can get to the bottom of this. I hope Joleen's okay. I hope we're doing all this for nothing, but I'd rather do it and have it than, you know, say, hey, she might be back in a few days and not do our due diligence, and then we're behind the 8 ball if something bad had happened to her. You understand?
All right.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Okay, so
Mr. Wayne, thank you.
Absolutely. Let me get your phone.
now let me go to the next thing, so we'll see which one we should pull up next. Okay. So Jason Cummings came to the station. Mr. Cummings gave consent to photograph and search his vehicle. Nothing of evidentiary value was noted. At approximately 1400 hours, Joleen Cummings, now listen to this now, her 2006 Ford Expedition was located at the Home Depot parking lot. The area was processed by Detective Anno, and the vehicle was towed to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office and placed inside the evidence processing bay. The vehicle was photographed and processed for physical evidence. The keys were not present, and no purse or cell phone belonging to Miss Cummings was located. An inventory of the vehicle was conducted. And here's what they found. Let me shut his interview down. Hold on a minute. Let me shut his interview down. So I think he's done there, right? Oh no, they brought him back in for a minute. What is that about? I wonder if they found the car and they're going to tell him. Let's hear. Maybe they're going to tell him about the car. Let's see. How'd he get out of there?
Let me walk out this car, so you don't have anything else for me. You need to get a restroom or anything for you? Okay.
Oh, they got his phone. Okay. So they downloaded his phone. Okay. So now we got, let's go back to the paper. So out of her car, they got a pair of shoes, women's 9.5, another 9, size 9 shoe, red purse, VHS, The Jungle Book, VHS 101 Dalmatians, VHS Aladdin, 2 copies of VHS Beauty and the Beast, a VHS E.T., 2 copies, gray tote top, 2 machetes, a green old-fashioned radio, a silver plate, a blue tarp, a jack kit, a blue folding chair, an electric razor kit, a turtle wax spray, a fishing rod, a Reebok t-shirt, 3/4 sleeve, rear seat, 2 car seats, a bag of paperwork on the floorboard, 65-piece ratchet screwdriver set, 2 phone charger cords, the front seat, pull-ups on the passenger floorboard, plastic Starbucks cup with tea bags inside, a can of red sealed tobacco between the driver's seat and center console. Using an alternate light source, the interior of the vehicle was processed for any signs of physical evidence. A fingerprint was located on the rearview mirror. The latent was lifted and collected for evidence by Detective Anno. Detective Anno processed the interior driver area, the steering wheel, the headrest, and the interior door panel for touch DNA. The exterior of the vehicle was processed for latent prints. The 2 machete blades were swabbed for the presumptive presence of blood with negative results. A luminol test was done with negative results on the interior of the vehicle. Okay. Now on May 16th, this officer responded to the hair salon to process the business for any physical evidence. Detective Anno met with the owner of the business and picked up a key to gain access. The business has been closed since Saturday due to the disappearance of Ms. Cummings and her coworker not returning to work. Detective Anno arrived at approximately 1800 hours with the key and unlocked the building to gain access and assist with the processing of the scene. So I began by photographing the interior of the hair salon. A drawer front at the reception desk was broken off and laying on the desk. As I was photographing the scene, I noticed blood stains around the reception area of the salon. The desktop calendar, marker 1, a presumptive test for the presence of blood was done with positive results. As I continued to search the area, I observed blood stains on the desk near the top of the calendar. Let me see if I pull these photos as we're talking about this. Let's see. Sorry, let me see. Tangles photos, right? Tangles lab processed photos. Let me see if these must be the ones, right? Let me see. Trying to see because he went first. And said about the reception area, right? Okay. This is outside of the area. There's a dumpster. There's a glove. There's a glove in the bush. You see the glove in the bush? Is that another glove over there? There's a tote. There's a shoe. I don't know if that's another shoe. There's a dumpster. It's a pillow. Looks like pillows in a plastic bag, right? Hold on, let me just make sure. I want to make sure that, hang on, that we don't have any. I just want to make sure that, hang on, let me just check all these pictures first, okay? I got some pictures in a FOIA the other day. Oh my gosh. Let's not even go there, okay? I'm just trying to make sure that these are all okay. These are all okay. So here, there's shoes, and it's a pillow. Let me put that back here so you can see that. We're going to actually see video of her, I believe, dumping things in that dumpster. Glove here. Shoe. Another shoe. Dumpster. Looks like another glove there. Or something blue. Pillows and a plastic bag. And something here. Pillows in a plastic bag. Got an evidence marker here for the glove. Put an evidence marker here for the, I believe that's for the shoe. Yeah, for the shoe. Right there. 3 is the other shoe. 4 for the pillows, evidence marker. Okay, so we've got that down. Let me just check these other pictures. Because he talks about certain pictures. Okay, here's some more of the hair salon. See, this picture is off, and that's where there's blood there, right? The garbage had nothing in it, I guess. They're stating on the bottom, I don't know if that's there. That may be hair salon stuff. Another can. See how thorough they are here? You know? You got some dripping here. Could be hair stuff, could be something else, right? He's got a bucket. See, you see a stain here. Could be blood, right? Okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I think I found the ones where he said we got a wallet here. Looks like blood on the wallet, right? If that's her, I don't know if this was her purse, but there is red staining there. It could be something else, right? But it could be something. Two combs. Scissors. Okay, so they're looking at this. Floor stain, blood stain, floor swab, it says. So they took the swabs. This is like, so if you want like the inside track of what they're doing at Nancy's, they should be doing at Nancy's, should be doing all kinds of stuff like this. Okay. And then we've got, okay, we're going to look at this next. And here, it's got a Lowe's bucket there. He's even opening. You see what all they do? This is more for the people that are just started to follow Nancy's case. So you guys know what's going on, what should be going on behind the scenes. Now they're looking through the drains, right, to see what was, if there's blood or anything that's gone down the drains. Okay. Okay, let me go and open these now. Now out here they have a roll of garbage bags. Garbage bags. Garbage bags, they have a red staining here. Red staining, you see here, right? It's brown now, but you know how blood turns, right? You've got, this has been lit up with luminol, or, right? You've got staining here on bags. Back here, they're in this area again. That was probably that bag. Over here, they've got some clothing or something. We'll find out more about what it is. Let's see here. This is that a salon towel? No, that's a towel. Okay, a towel from the salon. Again, and now they're concentrating on the dumpster, around the dumpster. And what is all of this? Okay. And this, let's see, aerial of Tangles. Okay, is there some aerial shots of where the salon is located in this strip mall? Look at that right there. Look at that water here, water here. This is Florida too, guys. Here's Tangles right here. Here's the Home Depot. That's where her car was found. There's a gas station. Okay, so let's go back to where is our narrative here? Right here. Okay, so now we can look at this. And he went into there. He took blood stains on the east wall of the hallway across from the cabinet area. On the west wall, just out inside the back room. After all marked areas were photographed, blood stain samples were collected. Detective Anno collected samples from areas, and they were tested, and they came back positive for the presumption of blood, okay? 3 more swabs were taken of the front, okay? Prior to applying luminol to detect any other blood, Detective Anno collected floor swab samples from behind the reception desk, the middle of the salon, between the first, second, and third sets of chairs, the back room near the back door, the back room front area, number 9 blood stains, and near the door going into the salon. A solution of luminol was mixed and applied to the floor and walls in the back room. The luminol reacted positive, indicating a possible presence of blood cleanup. Time photographs were taken to capture the reaction. A mop in the back room was also sprayed with luminol with a positive reaction. A sample of the mop was cut and tested for the presumptive presence of blood with positive results. A solution of luminol was sprayed in the front area of the salon and photographed. All evidence collected was transported back to Nassau County Sheriff's Office. Okay, the next day they responded to the area behind Tangles Hair Salon to meet with Detective Harrington. He had located a pair of shoes and some pillows. Now, I showed those to you guys in the wood line. When I arrived, I observed a purple latex glove in the bushes. I thought it was blue. Behind the business, and the shoes slightly further back. The pillows were located in the wood line, a little further west, behind the business of Purple Dove. I photographed the glove, the shoe, and pillows with and without markers in place. All items were collected and transported back to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office and placed in a secure evidence processing area. The pillows collected were placed in the forensic dryer. All evidence collected from the processing of Tangles was packaged and prepped for submission to the evidence room. Okay. At approximately 16:35 hours, myself and Detective Anno responded back to Tangles to examine the washer and dryer for the presumption presence of blood. Several samples were tested with negative results. As I was looking around, I noticed several spots on the east wall of the break room that appeared to have the presence of blood. 4 areas were tested for the presumption of blood that tested positive. The 4 samples were collected and taken back to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office and placed in the secure evidence processing area. It should be noted that no particular pattern was observed, only sporadic stains. Okay. A black Kia belonging to a coworker, Jessica Seibert, was brought to the Nassau County Sheriff's Office and secured in the evidence processing bay. A search warrant was obtained by Detective Harrington and executed on the vehicle. The vehicle had been sealed by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, and the evidence seals were still intact. The exterior of the vehicle was photographed. It was noted the exterior of the vehicle was clean. Upon opening the doors, the hatchback to the vehicle, it was noted how clean, listen to this, how clean the door jambs were. The interior was photographed. While photographing the interior, it was noted that there was a set of keys in the ignition, a couple of black bags, a mat, blow-up pillows in the back, and a cell phone, an iPhone, in the back cargo area. The iPhone was swabbed for DNA and turned over to CID for further investigation. There was a black Acme bag on the driver's side seat. The bag was removed and searched, and located inside the bag was a wallet that contained several credit cards, a passport, and a driver's license, all in the name of Jessica Seibert. A MasterCard ending in the numbers was used to purchase a drink at Gate gas station and a cab ride home from the Gate to Tangles. That was located in the wallet. And seized as evidence. There were numerous receipts in the wallet that were collected for investigators to review. Also inside the wallet was $365 in cash that was collected to be placed into evidence for safekeeping. Further search of the bag revealed another set of keys and several planners or journals that were saved for inspection. Inside a front pocket was folded paperwork that had $1,620 in cash. The cash was collected, put in evidence for safekeeping. The search was halted as the decision was made to have FDLE respond to process the vehicle. I responded to Sadler Road to deliver the keys to Detective Kelly for a storage unit that he was executing a search warrant on. Upon execution of the search warrant, the unit was opened in an attempt to locate the victim, to no avail. The storage unit was resecured for FDLE to process. I returned to Nassau County Sheriff's Office, where FDLE crime scene technicians were processing the vehicle. I then escorted the crime scene technicians to the storage unit on Sadler Road for processing of the unit. Physical evidence was located by FDLE at the direction of Detectives Harrington and Kelly. Miscellaneous paperwork, a safe, a laundry bag, and a roll of black plastic trash bags were also collected and taken back to the sheriff's office. 519. A search party was checking an area in Hillard on horseback and on foot. One of the search areas north of Ingham Road and the railroad tracks revealed a pair of women's underwear and a nightgown. The area, as shown on Google Earth, has GPS coordinates such and such. The area was west of the Pine Tree Apartments. The location was photographed, and the evidence was collected to be placed into evidence. Detective Harrington called to meet with Jason Cummings at his residence in order to obtain a buccal swab from him. From him and Ms. Cummings' two sons. I arrived there with the buccal swab. Then he went back to Tangles Hair Salon and he met with Donna Thurston, from the state attorney's office to walk through the scene. As I was walking through the scene with her, I observed additional bloodstains that were not previously noted. The newly noted bloodstains were located on the east wall near the reception desk, on a wooden display easel, a signboard, an electric stationary vacuum against the wall, a chair next to the reception desk, and a metal display rack in front of and next to the reception desk. ASA Donna Thurston conducted a walkthrough with another coworker from the salon, Miss Ann. I escorted them through the business to see if Ms. Ann noticed anything out of place. The first thing she saw was the plant near the reception desk was new and not the same plant that used to be there. I made contact with Jean Blundell, FDLE crime scene technician, to see if they had the ability to create a 3D map of the scene. Jean Blundell agreed to come in and document the scene using that Faro laser scanner. We've heard about that before too. After the scan was done, I processed the new blood stains in the front of the salon, a sample swab of the blood on the east wall and sample swab of the chair tested positive for the presumptive presence of blood. At the direction of Detective Harrington, the following items were collected and taken back to evidence bay. Plant by the reception desk, chair by the reception desk, a metal rack near the reception desk, a signboard, an IVAC stationary vacuum, and a wooden rack from behind the reception desk. I was also notified that a newly acquired video from Dick's Wings showed the suspect, Seibert, carrying a blue tote. Okay, we're going to look at this video next. Are you guys with me? I just want to make sure you're with me. You guys are good with this? Okay, good. All right, now let's look at this. Now we're going to look at the next thing is going to be this newly acquired video from Dick's Wings that he showed the suspect, Seibert. So we're going to see her carrying a blue tote out into the back alleyway and tossing it into the woods. The tote was photographed and collected. A test for the presumptive presence of blood was done with positive results. In addition, the original plant, which was inside the salon, was found outside in the woodline as well. The tote and the plant were also collected and transported back to the secure evidence processing bay. So let's go to that information that has the, he said Dick's Wings, right? Okay, Dick's Wings. Dick's Wings, I know I have Dick's Wings by the dumpster, blue bin, Dick's Wings, trash can. Let's do Dick's Wings, blue bin. Okay, let's watch this. Here she, is that her? She's carrying a bin. There she is. Throwing that bin. Okay. All right, so let's go back to the discovery. I met with Anne, the mother of Joleen Cummings, at her residence for the purpose of collecting a buccal swab sample for her DNA. Joleen Cummings' daughter, hold on a minute, public decency was also present, and the buccal, I thought that was her daughter's name. I'm like, what a name. No, that it's redacted. And a collection. Okay, so they did buccal swabs. Detective Murdoch contacted me by phone and advised me that the Dick's Wings video showed Jessica Seibert using a black kitchen-sized trash bag to dump something into the dumpster. So let's look at the one with the black trash bag now, which is... I think it's this one. Oh, she's got a white trash bag there. Hold on. She's got a white trash bag on that one. Another white trash bag she's hurling in the dumpster, right? This is on 5/13. Okay, and then we've got this one. This is probably with the black trash bag. Here she is with the black trash bag, right? Oh, the black trash can. Okay, so let's go back. So, okay, the black kitchen-sized trash can. I'm sorry, yes, that's what we just saw, to dump something in. I returned to Tangles and tested the black trash can for the presumptive presence of blood with negative results. Detective Douglas was meeting with the owner of the salon, and I asked him to find out how many trash cans are supposed to be in the salon. Detective Douglas reported back there should be 2 black 13-gallon trash cans. I located the second trash can behind a curtain in the back room. The can had a white trash bag inside it with an empty trash bag box. When I removed the trash bag, there was a red substance and cut hair at the bottom of the can. The substance was tested for the presumptive presence of blood with negative results. Further inspection of the back of the trash can revealed the presence of blood stain. As I was putting the bag back in the can to preserve the evidence as I found it, it was noticed that the empty trash bag box was for a black Stretch Flex 30-gallon bag similar to the roll of bags removed from Seibert's storage unit. I then checked the mop bucket in the back room. The inside tested negative for the presumption of blood, but on further inspection I noted a stain on the outside near the bottom. A sample tested for the presumption of blood with positive results. Both the trash can and the mop bucket were collected and transported back. I met with Donna Thurston to go through the contents of the black Kia that belongs to Jessica Seibert. Inside Seibert's cosmetology bag, a kit was found containing a set of hair cutting scissors that she requested to be tested. In addition, there were other items of investigative value for investigators to follow up on. I went back to Tangles Hair Salon to test the sink drains for presumptive presence of blood. The hair wash sink drains consist of a flexible drain tube that is inserted into a larger drain pipe. The drain tubes were removed and tested for the presumption of blood. The right sink drain tube was tested with positive results. The left sink drain tube was tested with negative results. Photographs were taken, and I've already showed you those, right? Detective Anno and myself transferred all the evidence from the secure processing area, and at approximately 10:40, I responded to South Pine Street in Hilliard and picked up a toothbrush, hairbrush, razor, and comb that belonged to the victim. The collected items were submitted to the evidence room and then checked out with other samples to be sent to FDLE lab. So a toothbrush belonging to the victim, a razor belonging to the victim, a buccal swab of the suspect, a fingernail clipping of the suspect, presumptive blood swab of Seibert's scissors, stylist scissors from Seibert's cosmetology bag, a bloodstain swab of backroom 8.1, a bloodstain swab of the vacuum, and a bloodstain swab of the chair near the reception desk, a bloodstain swab of the metal desk display rack, and a blood stain swab of the black trash can, and a blood stain swab of the gray mop bucket. I processed the roll of black bags, which I showed you those, right? That were in the storage unit. Photographs were taken. I located one hair that was trapped between the first and second bag. The hair was photographed, collected, and placed in a glycine bindle. I processed a stain on the first bag, but it was negative for the presumption of blood. I then luminoled the roll with negative results. Count of the number of remaining bags was 13 in the roll. The roll of bags and the hair was placed into evidence. I responded back to the wooded area behind Tangles to meet with Lieutenant Vantassel. He had located a restaurant towel that was near where the blue tote was recovered. We saw this towel, right? The towel was photographed, tested for the presumptive presence of blood with negative results on 3 different areas. The towel was not collected as evidence in relation to this case. 524. A second search warrant was served on Storage Unit 17, a storage on Sadler. FDLE processed the scene at the request of Detective Harrington and Kelly. Several items were removed and transported back. Okay. So they took some manila envelopes. And this is stuff they took from the Kia Soul. Now, June 5th, At approximately 1300 hours, myself and Detective Anno, along with Sergeant Lucas and Detective Harrington and Detective Murdoch, went back inside the salon to lift the floor to look for pooled blood. An area of wood laminate was pulled up in the front of the salon, and one of the tiles in the back was pulled up. There were no indications of pooled blood in either location. The floor was put back as best as possible with minimal damage to the business. Also, while there, Sergeant Lucas saw some areas on the wall near the hair wash station that appeared to be blood, but they were tested and negative. I did, however, notice a blood stain on the inside of the spray handle of the sink that was not noticed earlier. A presumptive test with positive results was taken. The photographs were downloaded. Okay. 6/8, I was sent out to the Masonic Lodge to investigate a dumpster that was called into the tip line. At approximately 1,000 hours, I arrived with Detective Roden. He advised that the dumpster was checked. There was a Walmart bag with something in it, a blue plastic tote that was covering cleaning items. I photographed the dumpster. The following items were noted: a blue Rubbermaid tote, a Walmart bag with cardboard, 2 bottles of Food Lion ammonia, Zap driveway concrete cleaner, 2 bottles of liquid Drano, 1 bottle of the Works drain cleaner, Woolite pet stain cleaner, Bissell pet stain cleaner, press and seal plastic wrap, and wax paper. As I pulled the items out of the dumpster, the Walmart bag consisted of men's sleepwear packaging. All the containers appeared to be old chemicals that had been tossed into the dumpster with no apparent relevance. The items were not collected. Now, we do have a video of that. Now, this is Joleen. Just going over the stuff they took here. The DNA results obtained from exit 19 demonstrated the presence of the mixture. Partial DNA matches Joleen. Okay, so this is some of this is matching Joleen, some of it's matching Jennifer Seibert, right? So they go through this. Jennifer Seibert is expected to be a donor in that. Profile for the eligible donor to the mixed DNA profile was ordered. Let's see, the DNA profile had been entered into CODIS. Okay. On May 18th, 2018, Jacksonville crime scene responded to a storage on Sadler. And this is stuff they took out. Okay. Results: positive for the left boot, positive for the stuff in the car for blood. Okay, this is all the swabs they took. And they coming with Joleen and with the other woman. So here's the narrative. On 5/14, Ann Johnson contacted the Nassau County Sheriff's Office and reported that her adult daughter, Joleen Rebecca Cummings, was missing. Deputy Pinkston was dispatched and met with Miss Johnson at her home. Miss Johnson stated she has not seen or heard from Joleen in over a week. She stated that Joleen has failed to meet with her estranged husband, Jason Cummings, the previous afternoon for a scheduled child exchange. Miss Johnson advised that Joleen worked on 5/12 at her place of employment, the Tangles Hair Salon. She said Joleen drove a tan SUV. She said Joleen had taken off for a weekend before, but she always answered her phone. Ms. Johnson provided Joleen's phone number and a physical description for her. The description did not include clothing because she was unsure of what she was wearing at the time she disappeared. Okay, let's see if I have, I think I have Joleen's mom in here. Let me see. I also have the Masonic Lodge. Remember they said about the stuff that was dumped in the dumpster? We have those photos. . There's the dumpster. There's the cleaners and the tote. Okay, and then let me see where I have Jason. Brenda Brown. Jason Cummings, Kessler, Planet Fitness, I know I have iPhone, Emily Riddle, Chris Hill, Connie Kessler, jail calls. Okay, well, we'll get back to that. Let's go back to the discovery. Where's the discovery right here? Okay. All right, here we got, okay. So here's another thing, okay? Deputy Pinkston made contact with Jolene's estranged husband, Jason. He advised he has not seen Joleen, and we already heard this, right? Deputy Pinkston attempted to make contact with staff at Tangles. They were closed. Deputy Pinkston noted Joleen's vehicle was not at a residence. Okay, Deputy Pinkston located a previous police report. The report was in reference to a domestic disturbance involving Joleen and an ex-boyfriend, Jason Allen Gee. The report indicated that Mr. Gee became angry when Joleen told him he could not stay at her home because he had an outstanding warrant for his arrest. The report indicated that during the incident, Mr. Gee damaged several kitchen cabinet doors in the home. The report indicated that Joleen stated no physical violence took place during the incident. The report indicated that Mr. Gee left the home prior to the arrival of law enforcement. I contacted Ann Johnson and I informed her that I was assigned to the case. Okay. Mr. Simmons and his wife. Okay, let's see what Mr. Simmons and his wife. Let's see. What else do we have here? John Gee. So I have John Gee. That was the ex-boyfriend. So let me pull him up at Jason Gee. Let's see what this is like.
Yeah, I have a seat in that chair right there. If I have you put those handcuffs in front of you, you gonna give me any issues? Okay.
Terry, yeah, I'm still here. Why would you think no one's here? Hi, Raging Gamer. Good night, Terry. You going to sleep? Good night, Terry. Okay, so what's going on? I don't understand. So Space is telling me that Jason wants to call in and talk about the Guthrie case. We're doing this case now. I'm going to take a poll. Does anybody want to abandon this case and talk about the Guthrie case? I'll just take a poll, okay? This case is a very good case. But if, let's say, Okay. There you go. You can answer that while we're watching this.
Yeah, for sure. You may want to check with, I don't know anything right now, you may want to check with, where the lieutenant went, but I appreciate it. Thanks.
Now, this guy had cuffs on,
You
so
pronounce your last name G or D? G. Okay. Okay.
G.
My name is Wayne Harrington. I'm the tech from the sheriff's office. You're here on a probation violation. Okay, that's what you're arrested for. You are in custody. You're not free to leave. I want to talk to you about something else. Have you heard that Joleen is missing?
Yeah, I wish I could help in any way. Last time I seen her was a night we got in an argument. I've talked to her. Last time I talked to her was 3:50. I looked on my text. 3:57 on Saturday the 12th. We were talking. I love it.
Let me do this because I want to talk to you about that if you want to talk to me. Okay. In order to do that, you read your rights. I want you to know you're not charged in any way with her being missing. Right now, we don't know if foul play is involved or not involved, but that's my job to find out where she is and make sure that she's okay. And if she's not okay, to find out what happened to her. Okay? I want to talk to you about that, but I want to make sure you understand your rights first, okay? Before I read you this, I've got 3 questions that I want to ask you. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol? No?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you read and write in English language?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many years of school did you complete?
10.
10. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to read this to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to make a statement or say anything.
Hi, pretty girl. Love you
Anything
too.
you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to your lawyer. You have a lawyer present with you during any questioning. And if you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost for any question if you wish. You can decide to exercise these rights.
Okay, we're going to go through his Miranda.
And I was at my cousin's house. She texted my cousin's phone, called my cousin's wife's phone, and called my dad's girlfriend's phone. I was a little insecure about it. I was with them.
Can we go just kind of back to the beginning and tell me, how you guys got together, where you met?
A little over a year ago, she had like a Memorial Day together. We went to school together and never know each other, but I went over to the party and we just got together and just clicked.
You said that's how long ago?
So
How long ago was that?
about a year, a little bit last.
Wow, this guy talks like.
Labor Day. We was together a little over a year just passed.
And do y'all live together?
We did. I just like within the last couple of weeks we were arguing and it was like I said, just always thinking I was on somebody else.
Is that what y'all fighting? Because I know there was an incident a week or so ago where I think it was last Wednesday. Is that right? Where you were at the house, it was argument and commotion, and you left before the police got there.
Yes, sir.
Was that what y'all were arguing about that day?
Yeah, she was always accusing me. And she was sitting there telling me that something about some girl, Christy Jackson, and I don't even know Christy Jackson. And we were arguing about it, and I was trying to get her to tell me where's she getting this shit from, because none of it's true.
And you're not facing any charges for that incident, but tell me, because I went to the house, obviously, when that, because she's reported missing, and I went over there to see what was in the house.
Mm-hmm.
There was some cabinets broken, there was some holes and stuff. Did that happen that night?
No.
Okay, so the cabinets and all that
stuff? I slammed the cabinet shut, and the screw was wallowed out, because we just took it all down and painted it. Mm-hmm. But when I put it back, the screw was wallowed out, and I had slammed the cabinet shut when we was arguing, and the one screw come out, and I never started about it.
And what about there was some holes in the door where somebody punched a kid through? That happened that night or happened?
No, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Okay.
She actually took a hammer to the door.
Okay. And that was while you were there, was she mad at you when that happened?
We were arguing. That was 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. And obviously, if you've watched, if you've been hearing what's going on, I think it's safe to say that you knew we were looking for you to talk to you about this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why wasn't why are you hiding out from us?
I didn't want it.
Yeah. I get it. And nobody wants to go to jail, but when we need help trying to find out what happened to her.
Yeah, I understand.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I was texting with her Saturday.
Okay. Was she at work or where was she at when you
She was, I looked at my text, my back text, and I'll take it, she was at work because it was like 3:50 something, 3:57 I think.
What time she normally get out to work? 5?
Yes, sir.
Did y'all have plans to do anything that day or what? Because that was after the argument. Was she texting you back? Were you texting her? Or what was going on?
That's when she texted me. She texted me my cousin's phone number, my dad's girlfriend's phone number, and my cousin's wife's phone number, and then asked me about some girl named Jenna. I mean, she was always coming up with, I don't know where she was getting this girl's name from. She had a damn tap on my, she was in my phone somehow. She knew any text, any phone calls that I got.
This guy talks like he's got marbles in his mouth, yeah.
I didn't hurt her. I didn't have nothing to do with her being missing. I wish I could help in any way.
When you, after the fright last Wednesday, where did you go and stay after that?
To my dad's.
Your dad's house?
Yes, sir.
Where's he? He lives out there off of County Road 121 or something?
108.
108?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where at on 108?
Just going,
Well, I'm not looking for a specific address. I know your address. I think I have his address in my
it's just
file.
right off of 108.
What crossroad is it near?
It's right here.
From Saturday to where else you've been, especially if you got somewhere that I can verify that you were with.
I slept till about 10 or
Okay, we know he didn't have anything to do with this, so they look at his hands.
Scratches on your wrist and everything. Tell me about those.
Dog, we had a dog I play with.
Dog.
Who's got a dog? You got some scratches there too.
Yeah, it looks like from the dog.
Okay. You got any other injuries on you? Is that a what is that on your?
I don't know. It's been there a while. It's just a red spot. So
Okay. I don't think that issue looks like just.
yeah, I don't know. I see it all the time. It's been there for months.
Okay. Do you mind if I take a look at your chest and back, make sure you don't got much claw marks or anything? Okay. Stand up for me.
I got one there from the damn branches that my dad that happened like a week ago. Coming through the driveway, there's a bunch of bushes, but it's just one single scratch across the back, and you can tell it's old.
All right. Okay, I appreciate that.
Okay, so they look at him. Okay, we can get rid of him. This is the
Can you step out
ex-boyfriend.
for just a second? Do you need to go to your restroom? You need something to drink?
Yeah, it needs a restroom.
Well, that's all we know. We just want to make sure that she's all right too. But you didn't have anything to do with her disappearance.
No, sir. No.
You didn't cause any harm to Joleen.
No, sir. No.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. No, sir.
Would you be willing to take a polygraph?
Yes.
Polygraph.
I did not hurt. I did not hurt. Joleen.
Here's the
I did not
polygraph.
hurt the polygraph.
I mean, that's what I just want to. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. Okay, I made mistakes. Sure, you've made mistakes.
I guess they thought maybe this guy might have done something.
I can't hear about it. Look, I would not. No, sir.
Do you know who it would?
Man, she don't hang out with nobody. I've been trying to think of who would do something like this. And the only problem that she's got is the divorce thing going on with her ex-husband. And I don't see, I wouldn't think he would have wanted to go to
Now,
her.
have you had any dealings with him?
No, I don't know. I've never even spoken with him.
Do you have any kids with Joleen? Or?
No, I don't. He doesn't.
I just want to make sure you know what we're exactly trying to do.
I understand.
You know, we've had other people in here sitting in that same chair that you're sitting in, and you know, theirs add up a little better than yours does. I mean, I'll be straight up 100% with you.
Yeah,
You hear what he's saying?
Because, you
He's
know,
saying
they have their phones.
We've had other people in this chair, and their stories are adding up better than yours are. Okay, so it's interesting there. Hi, Nora.
And, you know, they can give us a phone and say, look, here, you know, and that's a big key to, you know, you proving, you know, you had nothing, you know, to do with her
No,
disappearance.
the question that was my aunts this morning, my cousins and my dad, and this one there, one of them places. I had no reason. Whenever the news people called last night, they're sitting there making it out like I did this shit, and they pissed me off, and I got tired of people calling, accusing me of something I didn't do.
You know, Now, what all did the news say to you? I mean, did they make any accusations?
And she was asking, and then when I talking about our argument on the 9th, and it's just bullshit. I mean,
I know you got a warrant.
yeah,
Okay.
that was the whole reason of me not coming up for it in the first place.
What's the warrant for?
The violation of probation,
What's the original charge?
possession.
Did you do any time on it, or did you just get probation?
In a couple of days. And I took 2 felonies for her that night. They went to that. I wasn't a person. I told them it was mine. I wouldn't hurt you. I wouldn't cause any harm or any discomfort to them.
Well, that's what we want to make sure of. We want to make sure mostly that she's all right. That's our biggest thing. You know, we got kids and all involved. And you know, there's nothing worse than a kid growing up without a
The
parent.
past year, I watched and took care of those kids too. I love them just as much as I love her. And she wouldn't leave them babies like that. And I'm just as worried about her as y'all.
Was she seeing someone else by chance?
Not that I know. I know I was over there when I first came back home, then about 12 o'clock.
Okay, so-
Travis Pastors and Courtney Pastors.
All right, well, you wanted to use the bathroom, right?
I told you, a little over a year.
So they're thinking that maybe, I don't know, let's see what they're going to say to him, right?
Mr. G, I know you told me this 3 or 4 times, but tell me the last time that you talked to her.
Saturday.
Okay.
It was through text message. I didn't talk to her. It was a text.
Okay. You talked to her on the text. Okay. Is that the last time you attempted to talk to her?
No, I texted her later that night and tried to get hold of her. Then I texted her Sunday morning and told her Happy Mother's Day and Happy Birthday.
What about after that? You tried anymore?
Yeah, I texted her again because she didn't. Oh, yeah, I told her I didn't see it because she never answered me back. I told her I'd leave it alone. So I won't text her no more. Don't want
Hi, Patty.
I gotta tell you, I'm not buying what you're telling
I
me.
think you ain't believing that. That's what
See, they're not believing this guy, right? Now, here's something.
I love her. I miss her.
They're not believing what he's saying. He's got scratches on his hand. They're not believing his story. See this?
I want her to be okay. I want y'all to find her. If there was something I
If
could
you
do,
could
I
be sitting in our seats and listen to this interview like I told you these cameras are for real, your story's making no sense.
Oh, well, then I need to get a lawyer to help me out.
No, it's time for you to come clean and tell us what you did with her.
I didn't do nothing with him.
Then where's your phone?
It's at my cousin's and my dad's. Where I've been
Which
at.
one is it?
Ever since I've had this warrant, I've had my battery taken out my phone. No, I haven't kept up with it. But it's been
Well,
only
you told
on.
us one time you hadn't seen it in 3 days, and you
No,
told
I
us
didn't. I never said no bullshit like that.
Get your attorney to watch it.
Y'all
This is your opportunity here to clear your name, and you're acting like a jackass.
are being dicks to me. I had nothing to do with this. I did nothing on with y'all. I told y'all can call my cousin and my dad. They will tell you where I've been at the past 3 days.
You said you loved those kids, okay? You said you loved her. If my loved one was missing, I'd be blowing that fucking phone up constantly.
I didn't know she was missing until yesterday at 3 o'clock. My aunt
And
gonna
how many
tell me.
times did you call her after that?
She fucking ignores my text messages and don't answer them all the damn time.
But if she's missing, you're not gonna blow it up saying,
Yes, I called it. I fucking called it. And I called from my cousin's phone. I called from my dad's phone. Fucking, I called her yesterday. I texted her. I couldn't get an answer. There's nothing I can do. I don't know where she's at. I haven't seen her. I fucking wish I could help you. All you gotta do is call. They will tell you where I've been at the past 3 days. I've been right there with them.
Remember this when you're looking at this in court 6 months from now, when you listen to this interview, you sitting there lying.
I ain't lying.
you gotta give me something better than I was at my cousin's house, I was like,
That's where I was at.
give me something I can verify.
You can call my cousins. Talk to them. They will tell you. There's two units.
I know I can trust
Two of them
you.
human beings right there and say the same
You
thing.
don't believe what you're telling me? Why should I believe what they're telling me? You haven't been anywhere in the last, since Saturday, you haven't been to a convenience store, haven't been anywhere where I can verify that your location.
No, I haven't been to a convenience store.
You haven't been
I
anywhere?
haven't been to a convenience store since I got this warrant issued out for me.
So what do you, I mean, you're just hiding out, laying out in the house?
I've been hanging out with dad, standing outside, yes. Since this warrant fucking took it back. That has been eating day to day, the same damn thing.
Now, what about fishing? Did you go fishing?
Then that Saturday morning, I went Friday night with him.
So you'll go fishing, but you're not gonna go to the store?
Because I was up in the woods, man.
I'm gonna get somebody to come in here and take some photographs of those scratches on your hands. I'm gonna get your phone records. I'm gonna try to track down your phone. Why do you keep taking your battery out of your phone?
Because I have a warrant, man. I've been doing that for the past month, almost a month now. I've had this warrant out. I keep it cut off and I cut on every now and
Are
then.
you afraid they're pinging your phone trying to find you?
No, but fucking, I didn't know what was going on with my warrant. I didn't want to go to jail because of the warrant. That's the main thing I did. That was what I've had going on this past fucking month. I think it was issued almost right after a month ago that the warrant was issued.
Why didn't you go take care of that? Did you pop positive or you just didn't show up or what?
No, I didn't have the money to take my classes and I didn't show up for my appointment.
I'm gonna have that officer come in and take some photos of your hands, okay?
So you didn't tell them to just record the room here, that you didn't have it in the last 3 days?
I didn't say I didn't have a phone in the last 3 days. No, I don't.
Okay, so I think they were seeming very sus of him, right? Very sus of him, this guy. Okay. All right, back to... Okay, so they have Guy. I went to Jolene's home. I noted the rear door was secured with a hasp and latch that could only be locked from inside. They got photographs of the exterior and interior. They saw the several kitchen cabinet doors damaged. Okay. They did a canvass of the area. Detective met with the judge. They met with Donna Thurston. She and Guy see. I think they're really focusing in on Guy at this one point. And then they've got Seibert, okay? So let's watch this now. Caller, I received, listen, this is, see, I don't know where you are, Space Cat, but you should really be watching this because this is going to show you how an investigation works behind the scenes. This stuff will come out in the Guthrie case if it comes to a conclusion. But here you see that the suspect, watch. I attempted to contact Jolene's coworker, Jennifer. Then she receives a phone call from Jennifer. Jennifer states that she had received my voicemail and then immediately went into a long explanation of why she could not be associated with a police investigation and why her name could not be released. She stated she had an ex-boyfriend who was a stalker and an expert with computers. She indicated if her name was listed in any report, okay, then, hey, Amy, Amy? Thank you for becoming a detective rambler. What happened, Amy? I thought you were already a member. Is that our same Amy, or is that our Amy? Hi, Amy. Thank you for becoming a detective rambler. I think she was already a member. I hope that's our same Amy. It has to be, because she has a sunshine. Okay. She probably renewed her membership. Okay. So she's already got this down, right? She can't be in any police report. She's got a stalker. He's good with computers. She indicated if her name was listed, her ex-boyfriend would be able to track her down. I told her I needed to speak to her briefly about Joleen, who had been reported missing. I asked her if Joleen had told her about any upcoming travel plans and if she was acting normally when they worked together. Okay, and then Miss Seibert replied that she and Joleen had worked together until closing time. Joleen was acting normal. She hadn't mentioned any plans. Jason Cummings, this is when Jason had his interview. Yada yada. Detective Kelly did some surveillance at the parking lot. He met with the owner, Vicky Simmons. Okay, Jason was located by, this is his interview. It should be noted, this is a summary of my interview with Mr. G. And Detective Kelly, Okay. Detective Rose went to the residence of Tanya Nelson. Miss Nelson babysits for Joleen Cummings' 3 children. She said she had been babysitting for approximately 2 years. She advised the last time she saw Mrs. Cummings was Friday, May 11th at approximately 9:15 hours. She advised that Ms. Cummings seemed normal, acting calmly, kissing her children. She said she had communicated with Mrs. Cummings via telephone on the May 11th. Ms. Nelson said she stated Mrs. Cummings sent a happy birthday on May 13th, but she never received a response. Then Detective Rose and Brewer went to the residence of Travis Pastors. Mr. Pastors advised that Jason Gee was with him at his residence. Mr. Pastors indicated during this time Mr. Gee received several block calls that he believed were from Joleen. He indicated they smoked barbecue ribs all day. Okay, and I've got an interview with him too. But let's keep going here. This is, they found her car, right? We talked about that. Let's see if I have. Your credit card was missing? Oh, I don't know what you mean, hon. With an update tomorrow? Okay. So let's see what else. I just want to go to Huddle House Restaurant. They did a lot of stuff here. But let's see where Mrs. Seibert. And where do they find Joleen? Right? Detective Kelly. The washer dryer, we heard about this. Where do they find Joleen? All right, let's look at Mrs. Seibert. So they talked to the owner of Tangles. And she said the girls had gotten lax and were not writing in telephone numbers for customers. She allowed Detective Douglas to look at a stream of cell phone text messages between her and Jennifer Seibert, that's the suspect there, right? Spanning back to her early employment. Mrs. Simmons said that she recalled she had open heart surgery on April 5th, 2018, and that Jennifer was hired and began working roughly 2 weeks before that time. Look at that. This girl that ends up being the murderer, she just started working about a month before Joleen was reported missing. Okay, and let's see. She owned her salon 8 to 10 years ago. Let's see what else she says about Seibert. Jennifer Seibert. Mrs. Cummings noted that Mrs. Cummings was very reliable, very devoted to her children, and very devoted to the shop. So the Joleen, by the owner, said she was very devoted to her children, very devoted to the shop and customers. If she needed to take off unexpectedly, she would always make contact with her employer. Okay. Now look what she says here. Look what she says here, the owner. Ms. Simmons stated generally if she was considering hiring anyone, she not only interviewed them, but she made them do a haircut to assess their practical knowledge. Mrs. Simmons' recollection that Jennifer Seibert was competent and came to work within a couple of weeks. Ms. Simmons said that Seibert was at the shop working for at least 2 to 3 weeks before Mrs. Simmons went out on medical leave. Mrs. Simmons stated that Joleen at first really liked Jennifer because although she had no real customer base, Jennifer at first was good at cleaning and doing extra chores. Mrs. Simmons stated that Joleen Cummings told her, "Whatever you're paying her, pay her more." Mrs. Simmons indicated, however, that while she was at home recuperating, she became aware of tension at the shop. Mrs. Simmons advised that at first it was minor things, basically to begin with that she was getting texts from Jennifer about Joleen, small things like of a tattling nature. Mrs. Simmons provided an example that there were a tenant who rents from her and her husband, and he works at Woody's Barbecue and has keys to the hair salon. He was provided a key to the shop to check on things and do minor cleaning on occasions. Over the years, they had other stylists work at the shop. Not all were given a shop key. If either Vicky, Ann, or Joleen were a few minutes late, the stylist would go get Filex to let them in, particularly if customers were waiting outside. Miss Simmons said if Ms. Cummings was late arriving at the shop, Miss Seibert would text her immediately asking if Filex could come in and let her in, and that Joleen was late. Ms. Simmons indicated that this was the reason Miss Seibert was given a key to the salon. Oh, she had a key to the salon. Look at that. Ms. Simmons stated on another occasion, Jennifer Seibert started saying something about Joleen trying to give her money out of the cash register. Ms. Simmons indicated that she and her husband balanced the books daily and there have been no issues. Ms. Simmons advised that on occasion they would take petty cash out of the drawer for miscellaneous expenses, which was no big deal. She said, based on these texts she received, she asked Ms. Cummings what was going on. Mr. Simmons stated that Ms. Cummings replied that there was something strange about Jennifer, and she couldn't put her finger on it. Ms. Simmons indicated that Ms. Cummings also gave her examples of work issues with Ms. Seibert. Nothing major, but strange. Ms. Seibert refused to assist washing a customer's hair in front of the customer. And she also turned off the salon's air conditioning one afternoon and had to be ordered to turn it back on after customers complained. Finally, there was an ongoing issue about a small baggie of an unknown substance which was found at the shop at some point. Jennifer kept making a big deal about it, even telling customers about it, which everyone felt was inappropriate. Mrs. Simmons stated that she asked the stylist, Ann Morgan, what was going on at the shop, and Ms. Morgan replied, "Miss Vicky, don't you worry about it. You get well, I will handle it." Ms. Simmons provided Detective Douglas with the phone number for Ann Morgan. Ms. Simmons went on, Mrs. Simmons, to describe the dominant feature of Jennifer Seibert's conversation and persona was her claim that her life was in danger from her ex-husband and that she was in some sort of witness protection program with the state of Florida. Ms. Seibert claimed that she had to wear wigs as disguises and even demonstrated how she would change her mannerisms of walking, talking, and zipping up her jacket to disguise her appearance. Ms. Seibert once demonstrated with arm motions how she had defended herself when her former husband attacked her. Mrs. Simmons stated that Ms. Seibert had told her that she took care of her mother and lived in Fernandina Beach with her family. Ms. Simmons also described the morning when Detective Kelly was at the salon when Jennifer Seibert arrived for work. Mrs. Simmons stated that Mrs. Seibert realized there was a detective at the salon who wished to speak to her. She left the parking lot without entering the building. Mrs. Simmons stated that Ms. Seibert left the parking lot. She then called and texted in a rage saying she had to leave town because she felt that her safety was being compromised and that Simmons didn't care. She stated that she was leaving town and would send the key to the salon by mail. This all seemed strange to Mrs. Simmons because she believed Seibert was caring for her mother, who lived in Fernandina. Detective Douglas returned to the sheriff's office to review the appointment book, and he noticed what appeared to be faint smudges of dark red-brown substance, possibly blood. Specifically, he observed smudges or spatter on the following locations: 413, 52, 58, 59, 510, 512. Okay. See what else? Where did we? Okay. Then a search warrant for Miss Seibert's Kia Soul was conducted. She had blow-up pillows, 2 type travel bags, cell phone. We went through that. Contacted Robert Seibert, the father of the deceased Jennifer Seibert. Deceased. His daughter died in an automobile accident. Oh, this is how they found out that's not her name, right? Look at that. Mr. Seibert stated that he was stationed in Germany during this time, and his daughter, Jennifer Marie Seibert, died in an automobile accident on June 13, 1987. He further confirmed the date and birth of the age of his daughter. Wow. Okay, they sent him an email with the attached photograph of the individual claiming to be Jennifer Seibert. The email was sent while crime scene analyst Conboy and Detective Rose were still on the phone. Mr. Seibert advised he did not know who the individual in the photograph was or how they obtained his daughter's name, date of birth, or her social security number. Look at that. Her social security number. That's crazy, isn't it? Okay. Then Detective Rose made possible contact with the possible ex-boyfriend of Jennifer Seibert, Anthony Glant. Okay. Then he talked with Ann Morgan. Let's see. He showed Ann Morgan a copy of a booking of Jennifer Seibert. She identified that as her coworker. Okay. Tiffany Roden stated that Ms. Seibert was talking about having pending federal charges and running away from the government for 20 years. She stated she heard Ms. Seibert, this sounds like J-Bells. Okay. All these people, look at this. Misty Pennington stated that Ms. Seibert said she'd been running for 25 years, stated Ms. Seibert would not eat any of her meals and would give them away, stated when the guards called the name Jennifer Seibert, Ms. Seibert would not answer, stating that name was her alias. Said that Ms. Seibert was always walking around with the Bible. These are people in jail. Christine Elderkin stated Ms. Seibert told her that she was 51 years old and Seibert was her alias. She stated Ms. Seibert kept giving away her food trays to other inmates and she was always walking around with the Bible. Brandolyn Jones stated Ms. Seibert said she had been running from the feds and Jennifer was an alias and that she would not eat and constantly walking around with the Bible while trying to listen to others' conversations. Regina Edge stated Ms. Seibert said she had other aliases and social security cards. She stated she told her she was 51. She walked around with the Bible, listening to other conversations. Deanna Evans stated Ms. Seibert kept asking about drugs. She said she would be going to federal prison and that she has been arrested for fraud as well as another crime in Virginia Beach in the early 1990s. Mary DeLeo stated Ms. Seibert told her her real name was Kimberly Kessler. She stated that Ms. Seibert said she was 50 years old. She'd been running from the federal government. Stated Ms. Seibert told her that her family is from Butler, Pennsylvania. She stated that the last time she was arrested in the early 1900s, it took her 3 weeks to have her fingerprints returned. And by the time the identification was received, she had already been released. She told her she was wanted in Virginia, Minnesota, Kentucky, and she was tired of running because technology is so improved. Amy Pullman stated she tried not to speak to Miss Seibert because she made her feel weird. She walked around with a Bible, listening to everyone else's conversations. Patty Laughlin stated Miss Seibert said something about another alias and that she had been hiding for 25 years. At approximately 1800 hours, Detective Brewer searched an area in Cessna Drive in Yulee. The location has retention ponds. The results of the search were negative. Detective Beasley, Mrs. Beasley's husband, went to the St. John's detention facility and picked up Mrs. Seibert in order for her to be transported to Nassau County and booked on grand theft auto arrest warrant. While being transported to Nassau County, Mrs. Seibert asked Detective Beasley to turn down the radio because she wanted to tell him something. Ms. Seibert then stated to Detective Beasley that her real name was Kimberly Kessler and her date of birth 5/9/1968. Detective Beasley did not ask Ms. Seibert any questions and did not request for her to elaborate on what she told him. Detective Beasley transported her to the Criminal Investigations Nassau County Sheriff's Office and she was placed in an interview room. I conducted a recording interview. Okay, so let's see what we got here, okay? About her interview. Let's see. I think we've also got the ride where let's see what we got here. I also have a video. This is her working. Okay, and this is another one of her working. Okay, and then we have, let's see what we have here. Okay, here we have it. Is this the first one? Let me see.
No, they feel great. You can put them on tighter if you want. Whatever you want to do. Not at your mercy, so have as much fun as you'd like.
Okay, what you're gonna have to do is just stand up and bend over a little bit for me, okay? Because I got the policeman's on the bottom. Alright, move this one that way. There you go. There you go. Put that one on top of your head for right now. Thank you, ma'am. And we're gonna get this other one off, and then you be. There you go. Thank you, ma'am. And we're welcome to sit down now. Okay.
You need it?
No.
I'm gonna have another detective, probably female, come here and talk with you. All right, otherwise I'll come back and check on you. If you need something, just knock on the door.
Okay.
Okay.
So here she is now. How many people are still here with me? If you're here, put a here, here, here. And it looks like, sorry, Space Cat, they don't want to abandon this. So we're going to end that. Do we know what her motive was other than she was a jealous nut? I think she was jealous, and let's see what happens over here. Oh, she's sitting so still. Look at her, how still she's sitting. I'll upload the videos in their entirety. But I mean, we're just going to... Oh, they're having her just sit there, huh? Where'd she go?
Proper and necessary assistance to search said conveyance and...
Where'd she go? Now let's watch from here. This is on 5/17.
Hey, you alright?
How are you?
I'm well.
Awesome.
I'm Samantha, I'm a detective here with the Sheriff's Office, waiting on some people, crime scene to come, okay? But in the meantime, I gotta read you some stuff, okay? It's a search warrant, just so you know, okay? In the 7th Circuit, Judicial Circuit in and for St. Johns County, State of Florida, County of St. Johns, in the name of the State of Florida, to any and all singular, the sheriffs or deputy sheriffs of St. Johns County or investigators with the Office of the State Attorney, 7th Judicial Circuit, Florida, or special
Hi, Patty.
agents of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement.
Oh,
or-
thank you, Patty.
Or any other lawful.
Hi,
assistance
Kathy.
needed to execute this search warrant.
Hi,
Whereas,
Louis.
complainant on oath and
Jen.
in writing supported by affidavit of credible witness, to wit, Detective Corporal Samantha English of the St. Johns
Margaret.
County Sheriff's Office, Major
Thank
Crime
you.
Unit, has been made to me, the undersigned county circuit judge in and for St. Johns County, Florida, and whereas said facts made known to me and considered by me have caused me to certify and find that there is probable cause to believe that the felony crimes of grand theft auto in violation of Florida statute 81204
Grand Theft Auto.
or murder, Florida statute 78204,
Murder? Oh,
has
dear.
been committed and that certain evidence relevant to providing said felony is now being kept on or in certain conveyance known and described as follows to wit. The conveyance is a black 2016 Kia Soul VIN KNDJN2A25G 7243452, bearing Florida tag GGXF26. The vehicle is registered to Jennifer Marie Seibert. The conveyance is currently located at the rest area located at mile marker 331 on the northbound side of Interstate 95. The vehicle was in the care, custody, and control of Jennifer Seibert at the rest area when she was detained. The vehicle will be towed to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office Forensics Unit located at 4015 Lewis Speedway, Florida, St. Augustine, Florida 32084 within St. Johns County, Florida, and be kept.
So this is in St. Augustine too.
And whereas the facts establishing grounds for this application are set forth in the affidavit, of which affidavit is made part of the search warrant and hereby incorporated reference. See affidavit. These present, therefore, are to command you with proper and necessary assistance to search said conveyance and seize evidence either in the daytime or nighttime or on Sunday if required, as the exigencies of the occasion may demand or require in and upon the said premises therefore described, and appendicers therefore belong, being situated in the county of St. John, state of Florida, to diligently search the aforesaid property to wit, search warrant continuation, any DNA, physical, blood, biological, microscopic, or trace evidence, including fingerprints, or any item which contains DNA, physical, blood, biological, microscopic, or trace evidence. Any electronic device, which includes phone, tablet, GPS, or tablet or laptop computer, which has mapping capabilities or internet abilities. Personal belongings of Joleen Rebecca Cummings, to include clothing,
Hi,
personal
Kathy.
effects, cell phone, keys for a Ford make vehicle, or anything which is known to belong to Joleen Rebecca Cummings. Clothing belonging to Jennifer Marie Seibert, including the black clothing she is wearing in video surveillance on May 13, 2018, and any other clothing which appears to have blood stains. And if the same shall be found upon such search, you are hereby authorized to seize and secure the same, and you are commanded to bring all items seized in persons in possession therefore under this warrant before a magistrate immediately, and to give proper receipts for any property taken hereunto, and delivery a copy of this warrant to the person or
So
persons
calm, right? Yeah.
taken or in possession is found in the absence of any such person to leave said copies in the place where the property is found. You are further commanded that this warrant shall be returned within 10 days after date of issuance as indicated below. Given under my hand the 17th day of May 2018, Judge John Alexander, St. Johns County, Florida. Do you have questions about that? No? Okay, here's your copy. That's the first one. Second one. In the 7th Judicial Circuit and in St. Johns County, Florida, search warrant. State of Florida, 7th Judicial Circuit, and the names of the state of Florida to the sheriff or deputy sheriffs of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, SJSO, employees and agents of the SJSO, the commissioners of the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, employees and agents of the FDLE, investigators of the State Attorney's Office for the 7th Judicial Circuit. Whereas complainant on oath and in writing supported by affidavit of credible witness, to wit, Detective Samantha English, has been made to me, the undersigned judge, in and for the 7th Judicial Circuit of Florida, and
This must be for her storage unit.
there's probable cause to establish that the crime of grand theft auto in violation of section 812014 Florida statutes, or murder in violation of section 78204 Florida statutes has been committed, and that certain evidence relevant to providing said felony is now being kept in and on person located within the 7th Judicial Circuit of Florida, described as follows to wit. Within the body of Jennifer Marie Seibert, white female, date of birth 9/5/74, who is currently in the custody of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. There is now being kept in on said person the following evidence. DNA. All clothing worn by Jennifer Marie Seibert at the time of arrest, cellular device if on her person, fingernail scrapings, photographs, swabs of injuries or suspected blood, gunshot residue kit. These presents, therefore, are to command you with proper and necessary assistance, either in the daytime or nighttime, or on Sunday if required, as the exigencies of the occasion may demand or require. Within the person described being situated in the 7th Judicial Circuit, state of Florida.
Probably why she killed the girl. She found out. Oh, yes, that's right. I think so, Margaret. You're right.
Cellular device if on her person, fingernail scrapings, photographs, swabs of injuries or suspected blood, gunshot residue kits. You are hereby authorized to seize and secure the same, and you are commanded to bring all items seized under this warrant before a magistrate immediately, and your proper receipts for any substances taken hereunder, and deliver a copy of this warrant to the person or persons from whom taken. You are further commanded that this warrant shall be returned within 10 days after date of issuance as indicated below. Given under my hand this 17th day of May 2018, the Honorable Judge Alexander, St. Johns County, 7th Judicial Circuit. Any questions? No. So here's what's gonna happen. That's your copy, huh? Waiting on a crime scene tech to come. They're just gonna photograph you and then swab your hands, take DNA out of your mouth, and do fingernail scrapings, and that's pretty much it. And then take your clothes. And we'll get you some clothes to put on, and then you'll just go to the jail. Okay?
Okay. Do I get any legal counsel or anything, or?
Yeah, I mean, you can see a judge for an attorney tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah. They'll appoint you one at first appearance if you can afford one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can afford one.
You can or cannot?
Nah,
No? Okay. Then yeah, they'll appoint you one at first appearance. I don't know that he'll be there for first appearance, but they'll get you one.
okay, all right.
Sounds good.
Shannon, you want to look at those papers? Look at her. So now they took her out. Hold on, let's see what happened here.
Okay?
Okay. Do I get any legal counsel or anything?
Oh, that-
or-
Yeah, I mean, you'll
Wait.
see a judge for an attorney tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
How did she
They'll
leave?
appoint you one at first appearance if you can afford one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can afford one.
I missed how she leaves. What the heck? Is she gonna take a nap now? Make yourself comfy.
I will next time.
She's laughing. She's having a great time.
So I'm gonna take the photo with the Band-Aids on, and then he'll just take the Band-Aids off, as I take the photos and throw them right in here. And then when you get over to the jail, they can give you new stuff to cover those injuries up.
The Band-Aid. She has injuries on her hand.
Where you gonna go? You wanna hold your left hand up for me? this one? Up, a little bit, yeah, down. Should we just move it?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
alright. And then can you hold this right here for me? Can you take the video off now? Hand position. And hold that right there.
Are you going to tell us eventually?
I've been asked these questions and I answered them recorded like 3 different people, so I'm not trying to be rude, but
You're fine.
I'm sure they have recording devices, so just replay whatever in the vehicle. Thanks. I've already answered it.
This is kind of gonna be uncomfortable, but I don't wanna hurt you. But I need to get this as flat as possible. There you go. Perfect. Can you hold that right there for me?
Now she's getting a little snippy with them, huh? Not so.
See the video?
Fine.
And that right there for me. Rotate your head for me. Just make sure everything's good. And then your right hand. What should I do first?
There's nothing on the top of it, it's just Band-Aid.
That's fine, and we'll just show that. Like, show that there's nothing there. Can you take the Band-Aid off for me?
She has a lot of Band-Aids on, doesn't she?
Not on them. Turn. Hold it out straight up for me.
A girl forgot. That girl fought back and scratched her, or she cut herself if she was whatever she was using. You know,
Let's do your palm.
I think she probably cut herself. They look like three sisters, really? That would be awkward. That would be something, Lewis. That would be a plot twist.
Try it just a smidge this way. There you go. I know it's uncomfortable. Sorry. Shade it off.
She must have extensive injuries on her hands. She cut her finger in a can opener. Shit. What the heck? Where did they find this girl while she was getting ready to solve? Oh, where did they find this girl while she was getting ready to scuba dive? Yeah, it looks like a wetsuit, right?
Nothing else on the hands. She said nothing else here. Okay. Let me have you check this. Hold it for you. Well, I'm not even gonna hold it as long as I can. If I need you to, I will. Thank you. Right. So your hand is replaced. I'll place it. Hold it right there. I'm pushing the hand up just right there.
No, I can't. I have to push it. I'm tired. So she wants to hold it out there. I can like hold it against myself, but
Yeah, if
if
I
I
have to hold it outside, I'm like,
I'm tired.
Fine.
So,
You want it done?
like I'm resting happily against the wall.
Okay. Okay. Take the bandage off of it.
Oh, she has those wounds on the side of her face, right? Yeah. Remember that picture? Oh, maybe you didn't see it. She's got wounds on the side of her face. I think she put that like liquid skin on them.
You can stand on this one. Okay.
She thinks leggings are pants. She's trying to pull that liquid skin off. I can show you a picture. That's what it is. That's why it's so hard for her to take off. It's like this liquid skin stuff she put on.
Do you remember the end of Deadpool? Whenever he's taking off his mask?
Never saw it.
Okay.
They put something on her mouth Yeah, because that measures the wound there, Louis. She's got, I'll show you a picture of her. She's got these wounds to her face that I think she put liquid skin on.
Is there a Band-Aid right there?
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
That was the very first one we did. As far as Chardonnay goes.
Yeah,
And then Vincent.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna do a DNA swab in your mouth. Ever had one done?
Nothing aware of.
Okay. So basically it's like a Q-tip, big Q-tip that goes in your mouth. I swab both sides of your cheeks. Just collects like that the cells that are in both sides of your cheeks. So it doesn't hurt, just pushes against your cheeks.
Okay.
You're welcome, Lois.
You sure, do you know? 547?
So what good is like my mouth?
It's just where we collect it from.
Okay.
Because it's clean and it just collects the cells from there because that's where they slough off the best from.
What good is her mouth, she said.
Right?
Sorry. Awkward.
No minty fresh. You know?
No, it's dry.
Oh, she's laughing again.
Next we're going to do scrapings with fingernail.
Fingernail scraping next. Hi, Daffy. How's it going? Watch any Twilight Zone?
Oh, alrighty. I'm trying not to hurt you.
You want blood? I mean, I guess. Okay.
And
Better ways to get it, probably.
Look at her face.
I don't know if I get that. Okay. I keep them just cut short.
So then I don't know. What we had tuned all the time, it's just, yeah.
Right here.
Mm-hmm. we're trying to read.
I guess it's probably like how you're doing to like bleed. Good for you.
No,
Yeah, because there's blood coming underneath my nail. See it? It wasn't there before. That's alright. You want blood?
That's
go.
all right.
Yes.
Now they got to do gunshot residue, right? Did they do that?
You have two shirts on?
Yeah.
A long and a short.
Pardon?
A long and a short, like, is that a tank top type thing?
Yeah.
A cami?
It holds my boobs up. The
Do you have
best.
a bra on underneath that?
Hell no, there's no bra to fit this shit. Nope. So I just wear these because it's like 80 pounds ago, yeah, I wore a bra, but 80 pounds later, hell no. I don't even know. I tried once, like, I was like, this is stupid. What do you do with this shit? Honestly. Like, it's not comfortable to try to squeeze it into a bra.
What the?
So, like, yeah, you call it a cami, that's like, whatever. Covers this and my belly. That's it. Food, man, this day and age.
Ugh, what are you telling?
Mm.
I wish I had a taste for, like, healthy.
I wish I had a taste for just air. You know?
Right?
Like, I'm full.
That would be nice.
It would be. Mm-hmm.
She looks smug, yeah. See, a lot of people that were new to the Guthrie case didn't understand that evidence goes in paper bags. They were like, oh, why they put it in a paper bag? They're so inept. And I'm like, no, evidence always goes in paper bags. Okay, they're going to be taking your clothes. Remember that one we were watching and the lady went in there and they gave out all the clothes to the guys? Remember that one? I forget which one we were watching. Right down her underwear. Remember they were passing it through. I can't remember what case that was. It wasn't that long ago.
You have shorts on underneath those pants?
Oh, those are underwear.
I mean, yeah, I know what you meant.
Did they actually take some evidence? Yeah, with Guthrie? Well, when they put that plastic glove they found, and I know someone was like, oh my gosh, they put it in a paper bag from like the grocery store. I'm like, no, that's an evidence bag.
Outer shirt and undershirt in the same bag. That is trash. Let me bring them up. Jeez.
She's tired. Ouch, they were letting delivery drivers onto the property, yeah. I hear you, Daffy. I hear you, Daffy. She free.
Which one is it? This one? That color?
You're gonna dress me in plastic. Awesome.
Unfortunately.
It's only for a short period of time.
Yeah,
Then you get to the jail, you get scrubs.
Changed other than the jail. And then we'll check it again for more injuries.
At the jail, you get scrubs.
Or when you put that on. There, you can stay in there. Thank you.
Do you want me to go ahead?
What?
Do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, hang on. Nope. Sorry.
No, you're good. We have our socks and shoes and this one. Your outer shirt. And
Wouldn't get that, what, honey? Wouldn't get that
back up a little bit more.
in Australia?
Your pants in that one.
Guess what that's from? Bed bug bite like a month ago.
A bed bug bite.
How'd you get those?
I have bed bugs. I've had them.
She has bed bugs.
What, in your car?
Yeah.
How do they get in a car?
At the shelters that I stayed at, they hitchhike in everywhere. So people who have
Hitchhiking.
them in their house, they probably have them in their cars because
I took him from the homeless shelter in my car.
She has bed bug bites.
See the red scar? Yeah.
While you're in that, just remember me before I take you out of everything.
From the homeless shelter, she said.
Jen, on this arm?
Yep. Okay.
That's a bed bug bite.
Okay.
We don't care.
Let me grab that.
It's a bed bug bite.
Thinking about it.
I only get between 2 and 4 a.m. because that's when they just like come out. Yeah, I've been professionally spraying my vehicle for about a month and a half now, paying a guy every week $20 just to spray it. It's knocked the population down, but they're still in there. I don't know.
Will you see them?
I have caught a couple where the populations are like thousands. They'll come out even during the day. And I always thought they were just baby cockroaches, but one was biting me on my arm. What the hell? I smacked it and had blood in it, my blood. And I just started doing research. These aren't baby cockroaches. I didn't know for a couple of years. I just thought they were baby cockroaches. I saw them all over the shelter. Exactly their bed bugs. So I would red, they have different names, red mahogany, chinches. Yeah. I kind of feel like railroaded about this. I mean, you just like, I don't know. Search warrant, like you can just produce that in like minutes. Here you go. So.
Any probable cause you can, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm just
Tired.
yeah, so.
Yeah. Turn this one on. There you go. Thank you.
Gross, gross, gross. Bed bug bites. I wonder if they really are. I'm getting itchy with her talking about that.
Can you lean this way on the wall so you can get the side view room? So like this. There you go. Perfect.
Wow, they're taking a lot of pictures, aren't they? I wonder how many she has.
Like the bruise. Can you see anything there? Get one on the leg, just to show it.
Oh, on the side. Yeah.
That's from a bed bug, but go ahead. It's been there for
A bruise?
yes.
Some bruises?
On me they do, not all the time, but sometimes. But whatever.
Bruises.
Count the bed bugs against me. Go ahead. I'm fair. I told the guy I was sitting in his car, I'm like, you'll want to spray.
Oh, she's trying to say that bruises,
It was 4 years ago.
right?
I mean, I feel like
If
I would have known.
Isn't that funny? That bruises are bed bug bites.
Either will, it's up to you.
Then you just kind of look and this one like that. There you go.
Raven West, here's a news flash. You're not the boss of me. Keep using my avatar, girl. My kids, my minor kids. Keep using it. Keep using it. See what happens. That's against the terms of service, and it's also against many laws.
How would you sling bed bugs on me? To be honest with you.
Whatever, I could have just kept my mouth shut over there and just get them.
No, I'm thankful that you didn't.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I'm surprised, I mean, if I whatever, I'm sure lots of people come over the list. I need a bigger plastic suit. So you're only gonna be in it for, a little bigger. I think it's zip. It's
Yeah,
zip,
there you
zip
go.
ready.
There you go.
Can't see anything else.
Alright. You're done with her, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me get him and get. I'll be right back.
Alright, you can, yeah. So you can sit down. You're tired. Alright, Jennifer, thanks for your cooperation, I appreciate it. The dead ring. Can you grab me? She doesn't want to. She's like, I Christmas, that's okay.
I go with him now.
That's fine.
Front and back.
Front's fine. Oh, yeah. Ninja like skills, son.
These are old.
Almost
older than me.
Okay, let's. Okay, so let me go to, there's another interview and stuff, but I think we're going to probably look at a few things and then do the word cookies. But I know there was a, let me see something here. Connie Kessler. Cummings witness. Defendant scratches. Oh, here's her at the store. Oh, yeah, see? This is where she had that stuff on her face. She was at this store and they saw the scratches. Okay. Oh, this is her vehicle that was at the rest area. They left there. The black Kia Soul. There's that tape, right? Evidence, evidence, evidence. Oh, here's her, hold on one second, I'll show you these. Okay, watch. We'll take a look at these now. See her face? That's what she was taking off, those liquid bandage. I think they're liquid bandage. What is all this? Looks like bleach on her. See there? I see all the stuff she had on her hands. The Band-Aids. So she had to get fingernail scraping. She hardly has any fingernails. This is what she was pulling off here. Oh my gosh, look at that. I thought she had liquid bandage on it, but now she has regular bandages. In one picture, it looks like liquid bandages. Looks like there's a slice there, right? And that, I guess when she was trying to go under there, that's why she said she was bleeding, because she has no nails. She like cut them all down, or she bites them or something. Another slice. Another slice. Wow, look at that slice. Yikes. Look at that. She almost cut the tip of her finger off there. Look at that. Yeah, she's got a big thing here too. Look at that. Ooh, Manischewitz, look at that. Ooh, gosh, look at that. Ugh. She even looks like she has a bloodshot eye here. Got a lot of foundation on. Look at that. Tons of it. Look at that. Good scratch there, huh? Scratch on her face, right? Another good scratch. Oh, these are the bed bug bites, she said, right? They're like bruises, they said. That she says is a bed bug right there. And that, I guess. That doesn't look like a bed bug. Bruises, that's a bruise. Honey, those are bruises, sweetie. Okay, those are bruises. So we have a lot of other interviews and so much stuff, but I think we should do that tomorrow because I'm falling asleep. What about you guys? You're tired? I'm tired, right? Let's do the word cookies. We can do word cookies like we normally do. Weird, wow, gross, you guys say. Okay. So do you guys want to continue this case tomorrow? Or are you not interested, or do you want to continue the case tomorrow? Let me know. Okay, let's see. Hi, Murder. You want to continue the case tomorrow? Yeah, okay, good. I know somebody that doesn't want to. I know somebody that wants to, It's a shame, Space, that you're not watching and learning more about true crime like this, because you'd understand a lot about the investigative process. It would really help you. And, you're fixated on one case. Maybe you should, I think you're really fixated on one case. You want to continue? Good, Patty. I think him and Jason both are fixated on one case, and I think that fixation in Space's thing is he's getting very agitated, and it's like his blood pressure is rising. And maybe start learning about some other things, and you would know more about the process. Hi, Heart. Fife, yes. Yes, Fife. That always reminds me of the fife and drum. What was that? Drum and a fix. I thought I did a fix and it didn't work. But it does now. Oh, maybe I forgot the other. Maybe I didn't have it right. Aid. Yes. Lewis. Red. What do you know? Fed? Fed. Sorry, Lewis, I read that wrong. Hart said aid. Oh, I better put my glasses on because I have the chat way too small. Fad says murder. Murder says fad. It's just a fad. Right? Def. You're welcome, Kathy. I'm glad you could join us tonight. I hope you join us tomorrow night, too. Be sure to bookmark us. I don't even know bookmark us. Be sure to hit the bell for all notifications, Kathy, so that you're back with us tomorrow. Thank you for watching with us. Jen says deaf. Fade. Fade. Says heart. Axe. Okay. Deaf. I think I did put deaf in there. It's in there. Diff. No. Idea says murder. Very good. Very good, murder. What else have you got? What else have you got? Has space if he wants to come on now. He probably would. Oh my gosh, no way. I'm going to bed after this. I'm tired. He should have got on earlier. He didn't get on early enough. It was there how long I was going to be on. Fide. Fee, fide, fo, fum. No. Def, diff. Let's see. I'm surprised you're so fixated on one case. You know? This is an interesting case if they just watched it and learned. Oh, yes, you're right, Lewis. Oh, shoot, I did it wrong, Lewis. Very good, Lewis. Very good, Lewis. We know this one's got to be with an F. What do you got? Oh, sorry, I need my glasses. Murder. Very good. We did it. I'm exhausted, you guys. My mouth is still swollen on the bottom. It's like really hard now. It's probably because they gave me so many shots there. Oh my gosh, it hurts like crazy when I touch it. So don't touch it, Carolyn. Okay, I'm going to stop touching it, but it looks so swollen when I look at myself. Oh, it hurts. All right, I'm going to go to bed. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Love you. God bless. Prayers. I'll see you tomorrow. May the Lord bless you and protect you and give you his peace. Prayers for everyone that needs them. We all need them, so just say prayers for everybody, and see you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you for hanging with me, and talk to you later. Bye now.